It is not a very good morning outside. But we are not outside. We are indoors. Right, so here we are on Sunday, 20th of July, 2025. Bosh. Good morning. It should blow the cobwebs out. It's absolutely miserable outside. Starting down with rain and very, very cloudy. I can only just see the next village. Now, I sent a message to Thomas this morning, and in the message was a thing which was bracketed. Yeah, you know, the curly bars. Core values. They're important. They are more important than anything else. That's at the core. Now, unfortunately, yesterday, unfortunately, yesterday, up in Glasgow, 10,000 Geordies, well, they didn't expect 4-0. Who did? Listen to that scream. Damn, I should have kept that and it sustained it. But this is live, so I couldn't. Now, yesterday, yeah, I just wanted a good game yesterday where all of our players made it through the 90 minutes. I held my hand up to my mouth as Willock smacked off the floor, but he did get back up. I was thinking, oh my God. So, I know it's Sunday, and I know some of you are going to have a very, very sore head. You know, you might have had 1 or 2 pints too many last night. My apologies. I woke up with a mega bad head at 6 this morning, but this, one of these lovely tablets, whoosh, it was gone. Now you notice sometimes, right, Sometimes I'll change it. I'll mix it up, down, and sideways. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. There are many great bands. Some of those great bands have very bizarre people in them. Yeah? Very bizarre. Right, how many we got? We got 25 people and we got 2 likes. That's a start. Now, do you see this? Yeah? This is the shirt I was wearing yesterday morning. And then I put the blue one on 3 minutes before kickoff. When all of the players was on the pitch, I thought, I'll swap over to what they're wearing or thereabouts. So I did. Morning, Buck Bark. Morning, Callum. Good morning, Harry and the boys. Good morning from Glasgow. Morning you too. Right. So I thought I'd do a bit of music just to blow the cobwebs away. Right. And as you can see, yeah, hey, by gum, I was going bald. I was going bald. But not no more. No. Do you know why I'm not going bald anymore? Here it is. Do, 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 do. Yeah. So that one's almost empty. However, this one's still got the cork in it. And, you know, I said many, many years ago, right? My hair went from black to white. And I was like, oh my, I'm getting old. I'm getting an old man. And do you want to know something, right? At that time, the mind frame was this. I was working as a bus driver. And people do the craziest stuff. Here's an example for you. I've just gone down John Dobson Street in my lowliner bus. Loads of people want off. My next stop is outside the Odeon. So going down there, weather's not the best. And as I turned the corner, there used to be a bar underneath the library, the central library in town. So I'm going past there, and I'm just driving dead slow because I've got traffic in front of us. Sees the driver of the X47. Wave. Carries on. And you've got to turn left to go down Belgium Street. Like I say, it's not the best day. And somebody does the most stupidest thing you could think of. They're crossing from where the little newsagent is, heading towards Eldon Square. But they chose that moment to cross. And if it wasn't for the person wanting off, because I was checking the mirrors, you've got to go like that, you know? I was checking the mirrors, and all I heard was, oh! And the second I heard that, foot off the accelerator, hovering over the brake. And somebody walked in front of the damn bus. And what they did was, you know, when you go to dive for a ball, well, they went to dive, but on that central bit, and I was like, and that's where all of this lovely stuff here, that's where all that came from. But yeah, um, people do the craziest stuff. So the core values of what I've done, what I've created, the core values is people. Yeah. You build it, and this is what I was saying to Thomas this morning. In 40 years' time, that's a long way down the road, isn't it? But in 40 years' time, when I'm long gone, yeah, people still mention the likes of Seeking You, Geordie Nation, etc. So that to me, I mean, like somebody said yesterday, or was it the other day, where they turned around and says, "Oh, billionaire tech. I'm not interested in being a billionaire. I never was because I wouldn't know what to do with it. That's the honest answer. I mean, there's lots of different aspects which are said to both lovable and to the other one, and that they're more important. The key values. And the way I see it is this: we're in 2025, yeah? We're in July the 20th. And as I've said to a lot of people here and on other platforms, it's being remembered for good deeds. Like the when I get to 100,000 on them both, money going to Dementia UK and to Alzheimer's. Why? Because it's important. And once they've got the first money, then they've got something to keep them ticking over until the next amount. And when I was saying to Thomas this morning about long term growth, that's what it is. It's long term growth. 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, a million plus. It was never, ever, I'm going to buy a big yacht and I'm going to sail that yacht to Europe, to America. Not a hope in hell am I going to do that. Why? Because there's dangers associated with doing that. I've seen the North Sea where there's rigs in the North Sea and there's a gale and waves are like splashing the deck. So the fact of me going out onto probably frozen again. What's probably frozen? Buck, buck. What? Hmm? What? Hmm? Lee Bennett, can you see the reflection in the eyeballs? Oh. Pop, 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 pop. I'm playing headers with a leaf. Hey, brilliant, eh? Is chat working today? Well, I hope so. It's moving. I mean, we've got UK Matt 85. Nice. But yeah. Ah. Now, for those of you, do you see that thing there? When I say that thing there, this, that's a Wi-Fi booster. Daz is saying, Paul, can I please ask a question? Ask away, mate. Ask away. Shy Ben's getting out. Oh, so that's what my nana used to say to us. Shy Ben's getting out. So, I'm just, I'm having a back scrub. Excuse me. Oh. Right, ask away. But yeah, the thing is this, right? With Seeking You, Geordie Nation, and the new one at the core is people. And they also have another thing which is at the core, and that is where a bonus. You hit a target, you get a bonus. Bok was saying, do you ever wonder people call you a bit delusional? Bok, listen, you are not perfect. If you were perfect, you would have your own businesses, you'd have money, you could do what you wanted. Yeah. Daz Wells, you threatened me with men from London, so just wondering, are you happy to meet me with the men from London at Newcastle match of your choice? I will be in Nottingham for the game if easier. When you Here's the thing, Daz, threatening a person with persons from wherever, what I'll say to you is this. I speak to a lot of people on a lot of different subjects. Those subjects have the potential to make money. Like you out there in YouTube world did not believe, not hide, not hair. You did not believe that I would get to 1,001 subscribers here, and there's 1,372 of you here. So what I'm saying to you is this: each thing that you're hearing about, you are seeing, each thing has a potential. The Seeking You app, the Geordie Nation app, and other bits and pieces. If they all, every single one of them, makes it, there's your answer. It just takes time. I may kick you out for 24 hours, does. However, you always come back. You're like a yo-yo, and you come back. Yeah? And as I'm speaking to you right now, yeah, I spoke to you the other day. What I'm trying to get across to you is this, right? I shared a video the other day. It's by a woman called Rosa. Now, whether you want to admit this or not, the future is ours if we want it. If. Not saying you do. Some people are happy in doing what they're doing. Yeah? Some people are happy. I was a bus driver 2010 through to 2017. And I was as happy as a pig rolling through its sty. And that's the honest answer. But I wanted promotion. I wanted to become an inspector, which meant I would change my shirt to a white shirt from blue shirt, bit more responsibility, etc. Denied. I went for staff development program to rise within the company. Again, denied. Not once, not twice, multiple times. Why? Because the company only wanted somebody to sit at the wheel. Now, that life has left me behind. I.e., it's in Newcastle, I'm no longer in Newcastle. But there's a lot of things to happen. Well, I've turned it. No, Callum, no. I'm getting Rob Brydon vibes. He's a comedian. He was in a television show I watched. Can't remember what the television show was, but I will turn around and I've even said the same thing to Benny, who was a moderator. If I'm telling you you're skating on thin ice, it's to me saying to you or to Benny or to anybody else, please come back to safety. Because, if you do fall through the ice, you might not come out. There's a lot of people who fall through the ice when they're on a lake or something, and their bodies are recovered later because, they went and thought, yeah, I'm having fun. The one thing I will say is this, like I said to Thomas this morning, the structure and the way you want things to be. He's different. He's a young lad. Yeah? Which is why I said right at the end of my email to him, in 40 years' time from now, he'll be around about my age. Will he still have the same values? Or will somebody have came in with a juicy number? That's the difference. Because I've seen it many, many times where a company will turn around and say, oh, I like what you're doing. There's a lot of money. And 2, maybe 3 years after that deal's gone through, well, I want that. I want that. I want that. Bin the rest. And you're picking from what you've bought and binning the rest. That's wrong. Because what I'm trying to do is something that outlives me. Bok is saying, do you ever wonder people call you on by how you act? Well, I'll go back to that. You keep going on about that word, yeah? The key word, hashtag delusional, yeah? Why? Why is it delusional? When I was young, yeah, I would wear clothing that people didn't like, but I'd wear it. One, I was comfortable, and two, I liked what I was wearing. And on Northumberland Street, as one single street, the second most walked street in the United Kingdom, after what's the street? What's the street in London? Is it Oxford Street? There's a street in London which is very walked, and I would I stand out like, well, back then I used to stand out like a sore thumb, you know, and I didn't care because I was happy. Right. Yeah, it's possible. I mean, I've met many people at the game or just before the game, had a pint, and had a good natter on. So yeah. Oh, Callum, if your wife met another man on seeking you or whatever, look at it this way: you're free. Because if she didn't want you, which clearly by your text, yeah, she didn't want you. She thought the grass was greener. So be it. Life goes on, mate. No, she wasn't. And she wasn't the wife. So, no. Who else we got? You didn't answer my question. You threatened me. If I remove you from alive, it's because you've done something to be removed. And this is to Daz, just to Daz. Yeah. So, like I say, if I remove something, yeah, and there's a reason why. You've got to remember this. You are coming into my life. Okay? You're coming in. Pardon me. So, yeah. I'm going to try to get to as many games this season as I can. And that's the honest thing. I'm also going to get a tube. The tube, what I'm going to be getting, I'll show you. Um, 1 second. 1 second. I'll show you what it's got on the tube. That. Okay. So you already know that. And all it's going to be is to takes that away. All of the old wrinkles. But it does a good job. So that's why I'm going to do it. Well, I've been to Newark to pick family up. but I don't have transport to get there. Those people from London won't go on a live stream, and I've got to respect that. Is seeing you live? It's not the end of the month. We haven't got there yet. We're only on the 20th today. Bok. Am I tying myself out? He's not listening. What do you mean, Bok? Go Bennett, man. I'm trying to answer as many. London Piccadilly. London Victoria. That's a train station, isn't it? But yeah. I'll tell you one thing though, I will never, ever drive in the capital again. That was just insane. Oh, Jeremy, you've made a very good point, Lardo. If Seeking You worked, he'd be streaming there. Well, no. I only want to stream when it is .org. Just let us know. Hipster? No. Trendsetter? Yeah. That's why, at the end of the day, you know, you do what you do. That's why, like that woman I shared from TikTok to Facebook, all of you, yeah, you are unique people. But do you think that? You know? I know you're all unique people, but do you think that? Right, where are we? Let's go right to there. Daz, last comments on the threats. You threat. Daz, please, grow up, yeah? Grow a pair of cojones, as some people say them, yeah? And just grow up, mate. Because at the end of the day, right, if I remove you, and this is the last time I'm going to say this, if I remove you from chat, yeah, there's a reason. I have to abide by rules. That means you have to abide by rules. You don't abide by them, you're going to go in a timeout. Or if, like some of that people, when they just, this, that, and the other, and I just go, message gone. Simple. You're here because you're thinking to yourself, is it possible? Well, the answer is not, is it possible? I'm showing you it's possible. It's up to you. I can't make you believe. No, I can't. That's up to you. Uh, we abide by Paul has extra rules. A lot of people, right, turn around and go up on about being hashtag delusional because I have an idea and I push the idea through something to make a site. But that's delusional, yeah, in your opinion. You can see the site, you can't get in the site. And I discovered why you couldn't get in. Authentication wrong. Bolt was hallucinating. I found that out through Christian, the boss at We Are No Code, who said, when you're given your prompt, be strict. So I've learned from version 1, learned a lot. Version 2 has the other bits. Yeah. And I'm going to carry on. There is a few little bits. Magic light is 1. You can do 10 minutes. I've got the images to show it. This is what I want. And I have to do something called a script for that, because there is grandpa, grandma, mum and dad, and 3 little bots. So I have to do a script for each. Never done that. Never. But it's got to be done. Jeremy is saying, but version 2 is already out. Don't care. Version 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15. I don't care. No. Is that a Celtic away top? Yes, it's a Celtic away top. Yes, that's the Celtic badge right there. If you believe that, well, that's up to you. Or you couldn't even tell you what that is. So, yes, we are coming to the final steps. Then .org.co.uk, boom. And then the other one, I don't know whether they do the other one .co.uk or .com. I don't know. Right. Here we go. Thank you very much. You can have a 24-hour timeout. Like I say, the object is grow this channel that you're in chat now, grow Seeking You, grow Geordie Nation, and grow the others. You don't have to agree with it. No, you don't. But that's the mission. And in all honesty, that's it. Minana always said to us, keep it simple. So I do. I break it down and down and down and down. from a more complex plan, step by step, i.e., a site, a app, where if you wish to, not everybody will, but if you wish to, you can stream and you can earn money from that stream. Not telling you to stream, it's there. So, to all of those people who go on about, oh, he's delusional, he's this, he's that, he's the other. No, I'm a lad from Benwell. I just don't live there anymore. And yeah, my goal is when I get to the bigger targets, my goal is this: Alzheimer's UK is going to get a lovely amount of money, and Dementia UK is also going to get an awful lot of money. And as I'm going to say to them when I'm gifting them the money, the more I grow, the more you earn. Because it's a community based thing. You can't take the money with you. Do you know what I'm saying? I could I could go absolutely viral, mega viral, but no matter how much I went viral, when it's my time, I can't take the money with us. But if I put in a legacy that says that for the next 30 to 40 years, I'm going to be responsible for employing good people and giving them something extra. Is that not a good thing? You see, part of the subject matter of the email this morning was expansion. Now, here's a term many people would have heard. You will find a Geordie in every place on planet Earth. Every, like, bars, shopping centres, etc. And that's important because it's bigger than Newcastle. You know, you could be in America, you could be in New Zealand, but seeing somebody wearing the Toon colours, are you going to sit there or are you going to go over and have a word? No, like I said this morning, Corvo, no. In 40 years, it's possible, but doubtful. You know what I mean? Body's breaking down, man. I mean, my hips need sorting out. Left knee needs to be replaced. And vacuum the top of my shoulders. And I said the same thing to Universal Credit as well. My body may be broken. That? No. It could be. I mean, there could be a lot of people today who are suffering, you know. Back when I was 19 to 30, Newcastle got beat, go out on the lash. Are you against getting cybernetic prosthetics when they come out? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. David! I hope you're well. Well, the thing is this. If there's a way, because I used to love running, used to love it. If there's a way I can get my knees fixed and so I can run again, I'll do that. You know? And one thing which I know Adam Pearson's done, fellow YouTuber, is the Great North Run. I'd like to do it to see I've actually done it. You know? But at the minute, I've just got my walking stick and a dodgy knee and my hips. Where am I from? I'm from Newcastle upon Tyne. There is the club crest. That's where. Right, my friends and subscribers. So there's lots of things to happen in a very short window. Superbase have to be paid. They will then open up the SQL and the database of the back end of Seeking You, as well as Geordie Nation. Then get the other one the same. So there's three. Why are we wearing two shirts, Paul? Two. Oh, you mean this blue one? Well, the blue one, I'll show you. One sec. I'll show you. Oh, yeah. Right. So, as I stand up, yeah. Now, can you see something? Can you see something? Because since I've left Newcastle to move down here, I was watching the local news where they were talking about butterflies, moths in your garden. Lots of people everywhere race to get the lawnmower out, yeah, your trimmers to, make your garden lovely and wonderful. Mine's not. Mine's the other way around. So, yes. But the top I'm wearing, as you can see, yeah, see there? Well, those butterflies and the other ones, which BBC was on about, I have a mission with them every single day. My mum used to hate them. Not the butterflies, the moths. Why? Because they bloody eat your clothes. So, this is one of my favourite tops. And as you can see, it's been a bit munched. There's always going to be things, Corvo, of people with bad intentions. Always. So I've got to get in touch with Baz, find out from Baz how to get the link for the boxes. And I seen that. Watch, I'm going to show you something, right? Watch. Yeah. Where is it? Hold on. Move forward. You seen that? Yeah. So that's where the hair stops. Right there. Yeah. From there downwards, here, yeah, there is no hair. That's because of that. And if you look there, you see the kite. Made in Britain. Mm, yeah. So, yes. Wishing you all a fabulous Sunday afternoon. And hopefully you got the better weather, because I've got rain. Anyway, see you all 7 p.m. tonight. I'm hoping, look, cross my fingers. Yeah. I'm hoping Newcastle United have at least done something. Hope you haven't been working too hard. I do 9-hour days, mate. 9 hours. Bolted to the chair. Well, that's what it feels like, actually. Someone just stuck me on a bolt and then tightened it up for 9 hours of the day. Nice weather. No, I've got the rain, mate. I've got the rain. It is absolutely lashing it down. But there is one bonus, and the one bonus is this: when it's hard rain, it washes you outside of your windows. So there's a bonus in it. Keep telling yourself that, boss. What, sitting at a computer for 9 hours a day? Look, there is something though, Dan. There is something. I could turn around and just speak to the apps and say, "Oi, I want this doing and I want it done now." I think that's available. Right. Thank you all. Good morning, birds. I was just about to close up this live. But I'm going to give you a little bit of time. I'm bursting, but I'll give you a little bit of time. Now, what I'm hoping today is some news, some from Newcastle United after what happened yesterday, because that wasn't good yesterday. What we've got to show for 9 hours a day. Dan, are you complaining? Simple yes or no. Are you complaining? I'm going to say this much, right? Sometimes when you're designing, it's a 10-hour shift. 10 hours, load it, monkey with it, i.e., change little aspects of it, save it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, however many you get to, and then moving to the next. Before you know it, hours just went. So, yeah, designing, that can happen. Do 30 push-ups. Why 30? I feel like I'm doing 24-hour shifts with my broken leg. I know how it is to have a disability. That's a pain in the... It's a pain in there. Yeah, it is. When my brother broke his leg, that thing they attached, I wanted to be sick. Because you have to clean that as well every day. And I was like, because it didn't look the best, you know. But yeah. And what did my brother was the waltzer. But yeah, I mean, I'm thinking 10 of like 10-hour shifts. And Saturday, Sunday off. Now, I think 10 hours, 5 days a week, it's 50 hours, isn't it? Yeah. The waltzer, it was on the moor. My boss is a madman. He works 6 days a week. Why would you work 6 days a week? You know, I mean, the body needs rest. Your mind, never mind your body, your mind needs rest as well. I used to go home sometimes when I was doing certain routes on the bus, and I'd just go home, sit in the chair, shut my eyes, thinking 30 seconds, and then I'd get that sort of thing, like, your tea. Oh, right, thank you. It was just drain you. Why work any days a week? Whatever. If you were glued to your computer 10 hours a day, you'd have finished the course months ago. No, I wouldn't have done. You can't finish a course when you can't do the exam. If you can't get in the door to do the exam, you can't. It's impossible. Good try, though. Good try. But yes, and the hope is today, Newcastle United release something. I'm disappointed not to see Alexander Isak yesterday. Yes, very true, but you can't rush a masterpiece. Unless you're Andy Warthog. He can. So, thank you all for coming in to my live. Spread the word. friends, family, friends, workmates, tell other people. Dead easy. Nothing hard. See you all at 7 p.m. this evening, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we got some good news. Hopefully. But within there is 31 days in this month, isn't there? Or is it 28? I think it's 31. So within the next 11 days, .org and .co.uk, bush, are out the door. And from there, we just grow, grow, grow. See you all at 7 p.m.